This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, yeah, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
What's up, my wonderful peeps? Sports to the bone here again, man. Shout out to all the viewers, subscribers, and the followers. Big up on yourself. Alright, my viewers and subscribers, so we have a couple of cricketing stories to share with you guys, and we might finish off the video with a little football story. Now, we see where Vice Captain Nicholas Pooran spoke to the media as regards to the fitness of Captain Pollard. So I'm going to be reading that article for you guys to let you know exactly what is happening. We also see where former India captain and cricketing legend Sachin Tendulkar, he had something to say about the victory that New Zealand picked up over India. And he also spoke about the tactical ability and the tactical awareness of Kane Williamson. So I'm going to be sharing a couple of quotes from the great man with you guys. But before we go any further into this video, just going to ask you to go right ahead and get that golden rule out of the way, which is to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and drop a comment. Now, the article is entitled, Windies Captain Pollard Suffering Thigh Strain and is to be assessed before the Sri Lanka game on Thursday. Right? And we all will remember that when we went up against Bangladesh, Pollard had to come off the field when he was batting. Came back in, hit the last ball for 6, but when it was our time to bowl, he was unable to last the full 20 overs. You know, and knowing Pollard, if it wasn't serious, I doubt Pollard would have came off that field, knowing how he is, you know, especially when his team was trying to finish off a victory. Well, was trying to close in on a victory. Now, the article starts off by saying West Indies white ball captain Pollard suffered a muscle injury to his left thigh in the match against Bangladesh and is to be assessed ahead of their game against Sri Lanka on Thursday. All right, they go on to say on Friday, the 34-year-old Pollard walked off the field in the 13th over of the West Indies innings against Bangladesh, but returned later to smash the last ball for 6, as I indicated earlier on. Now, it goes on to say the nature of the injury remained unclear even after Vice Captain Nicholas Pooran offered assurance in his post-match comments that the captain was doing okay. Now, Vice Captain Pooran is quoted as saying, he looks fine. The medical team is still working with him, but he should be okay. I don't know if, well, he might be okay enough to play to play the next game. But as I said, knowing Pollard, if he wasn't that serious, Pollard wouldn't have walked off the field, especially when his team was set to defend what was not a high total. He would have been out there knowing how he is. You know, but the vice captain is saying he's fine, so I guess he's fine. You know, I'm looking at this like, you know, Pooran don't want anybody to panic, you know, and this is some sort of PR to make people know that, here what, you don't need to panic, just relax yourself, you know, but any card can play when it comes down to the final game. Well, when it comes down to the game against Bangladesh, because if the doctors don't pass him fit, I doubt he will go back. He will go on the field. Now, Pooran continued by saying, you can see why he's a wonderful leader, walking back in to hit the last ball for 6, and he also said that we try to be someone like Pollard in the future. So, I guess Pooran is a big admirer of Pollard, right? Pooran went on to say Pollard sustained a muscle injury to his left thigh in the match against Bangladesh, right? That is what the statement said. He confirmed that it was a left muscle injury, but we're not sure how serious it is. You know, the article went on to say today is the squad's first training session since that encounter. That would have been yesterday. And Pollard is training and being assessed by the medical staff with the aim of being ready for the match against Sri Lanka on Thursday. So, you know, they had some time off after the game against Bangladesh. So, you know, I guess after that training session yesterday, then they would have had a better idea of where he's at. And knowing Pollard, you know, he will get an opportunity to go maybe to Tuesday and today Tuesday and tomorrow Wednesday before he really push himself like that to test test out what's happening, before it goes into that game. But if we are to take what Puran is saying at face value, then it simply means that Mr. Captain is okay and will be ready for the game. And that brings about the question, do we definitely need Pollard to win this next couple of games that we have? Or do you guys believe that if the team is being led by Nicholas Puran, he will be capable enough to bring the team over the line in those 2 games? What are your thoughts? Because we see a lot of information floating around on the media, saying that right now the best thing that could have happened to Pollard is him going off the field. So what is the sort of vibe that my Sports to the Bone family is feeling? What are your thoughts, guys? Go right ahead down in the comment section and let me know what you're thinking about this one. Now, another article that we want to look at is where we see Circle of Cricket talking about, they are reporting on a couple of things that Sachin Tendulkar had to say, as he hailed New Zealand's skipper captaincy, and said that right now sometimes certain things might be going against you in a game and you're just not able to do anything or to get anything correct. Now, Tendulkar is quoted as saying, "It was a difficult day for our team, but this kind of days comes sometimes when even if you try, nothing comes out." Nothing much to talk about, honestly. I just hope in the coming days our team will show something great in this tournament. So you can see that there's some sort of disappointment in the great man's voice, not feeling too good about what would have gone on in the first couple of games, especially getting spanked by Pakistan. But he's still trying to remind people that this is the game of cricket, and sometimes when things going against you, just going against you. Right. He further went on to say that I felt India was playing a catching up game the way New Zealand were dominating. It was a difficult time for our batters because they could not get those easy singles which forced them to play big shots. I don't think there was that penetration in our bowling attack. So he's letting the people know that, singles, always important, even though it's T20 cricket. And, his bowling, according to him, the India bowling unit wasn't too penetrative. So, yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, let me know what you all think about what Sir Sachin had to say. He even went ahead and praised Kane Williamson for being a master tactician. Kane Williamson is a man that he has good players at his disposal now, but even when the players are not unsung, he usually find a way to sort of bring everybody together and get the best out of the team. So that is what Sachin had to say about Kane Williamson and his New Zealand teammates. Now, the best versus best game is on, my viewers and subscribers, and we see a couple of top order batsmen getting runs. So my question to you now is, are we supposed to take this seriously? We see Nkrumah getting a century. We also see Shea Hope getting a century, Brathwaite getting 2 half century and retiring. So they haven't been able to dislodge him as yet. And the runs coming from the guys that are expected to bat at the top of the order. Yeah, and no persons are going to say that we cannot take these sort of performances, to the next level. We don't see them repeating these sort of things, especially when we go up against Sri Lanka in a couple of weeks time. So what are your thoughts on this, my viewers and subscribers? My thought is that right now these players are just giving the selectors something to think about, whether or not they are to play Banner or they are to play this man in this position. That is all, because we would have seen even in the last test series that we played against Pakistan, a couple of guys got some runs and they went into the game and they weren't as effective as we would have wanted them to be. But as I said, it's good that they are being active. That is all I can say about it. But we're gonna leave this one right here, my viewers and subscribers, and give you guys an opportunity to, drop your comments and share with us what you think about those topics that I just covered. Oh, before I go, for the football loving fans, we see where Nuno he was actually sacked by Tottenham, and the great Antonio Conte has returned to English League and will be taking charge of Tottenham. So you can also let me know what you think about that signing by Daniel Levy. Sports to the bone, keeping you informed. Please remember to like, share, leave us a comment. If you have not yet subscribed, please go right ahead and subscribe to the channel.